right? You probably noticed that they were all SSA, so don't always, right? Always think big picture. Like, what if Mr. Dirksen puts an SSS in there? One triangle, right? It's just one triangle. In this case, it didn't, right? So there's the R and R, so that's my pair, and another side, so I know it's SSA. And I know that this is an obtuse scenario, so I need to proceed as follows, right? The 103, I'm going to make that be over here. The 16 goes there, the 9 goes there. And so string and rod, if you just want to go S and R, I'm fine with that. So since sorry, no, I'm not fine with that part. Rod and string, sorry. String is greater than the rod, therefore one solution. So clearly telling me you understand what's happening here, right? So next I have, right, a pair and another side. So this is an SSA and this is acute, right? So I need to draw it like this with the 50 over here. The 5.2 goes there and the 7.1 there. Rod and string. The first comparison is between the two. So I clearly say that the string is shorter than the rod. I need to go ahead and find the height. I'm just going to look at my key here. And that is 7.1 times sine of 50. So the height is 5.44 centimeters. And then you say that the string is shorter than the height, right? Now you're comparing the height you just calculated with the string. And since it's shorter, right, no solutions. No solution. Or zero triangles. I'm fine with that as well. So there. And then last but not least, A and A, that's SSA, right? And we are dealing with an acute scenario again. So 74 and 28. Okay. And then this would be 28.9. So rod and string, right? String is shorter than the rod. I need to find the height, which is 28.9 times sine of 74. My height is 2778 centimeters. And since the string is greater, it's greater than the height, therefore I have two solutions. Okay. So how am I going to mark this? Let's go back here. I would always give you 1 mark for a correct diagram. And in this case, I would just give you 1 mark for coming up with the correct solution. So, sorry, 1 mark for diagram, 1 mark for solution. For A, so out of 2 total. For a B, I would give you 1 mark for the diagram, 1 mark for the first step, and then 1 mark for the second step, which is finding the height and narrowing it down even further. So out of 3 for question B, and the same thing, 1 mark for the diagram, 1 mark for this, and then 1 mark for narrowing it down to 2 solutions. So also out of 3, so we are out of 8 on that page there. And the back side, it was basically solving the triangle. So the back side, and this is, I agree, this one was a little trickier. So this is what you do if you're not sure where should I put stuff. Just draw your triangle. Okay, just draw it and go RST like that. You don't know if you're going to close it, just bear with me. But I know that RS is here, 4.3. ST is here, right? And R is 65. And in this case, it ends up working out perfectly like it should work out. But let's say it doesn't, then you force it. I'm just gonna now say, hey, this is an SSA case. This is 65. This is R, and we have 4.0 millimeters here. This is 4.3 millimeters. I have my rod and the string, right? So let's say the 65 would have been here on the initial, you make it come over here, right? You force that angle to come with you so that you have your rod and string facing that way. And so we have it like this, and we know that the string is shorter than the rod. We need to find the height. The height, I will just give you what it is 3.90 millimeters. The string is greater than the height, therefore, two solutions. So this should be preceding anything else you've done, okay? So I would give you 2 marks for the justification and all of that. On a question like this, it's going to be worth 2 marks. And so the rest, this is probably going to be a total of 8, what follows here, okay? So I find my first one that looks like this, and my second one looks like that. And so be careful with labeling, okay? RST, so I'm going to go S1, T1, this is 65, 4.0, 4.3, same here, 65, 4.3, 4.0. So labeling is important, like that. And this is S1, S2, right? So these two sides I'll have to find way at the end, okay? So you start with your first, so sine of 65 over 4. I saw a number of yours, you were getting the right answer. So way to go. That goes to show that you did do your homework, because it's really hard to just do this by watching me do one example. So I will fast forward, okay? T1 is going to give you 76.98 degrees. Okay, so I would give you 2 marks if you come up with a 76.98. That is worth 2 marks if you get that right. And then angle S1 is 38.02. You're right, you just subtract the 65 and the 76.98 from 180. I give you 1 mark for that. Okay. Then this is the kicker, right? To get T2, I'm just going to go over here and just say that angle T2 is 180 minus angle T1, right? That is very important to me to see that. And so T2 is going to be 103.02 degrees. Oh, I guess we can box these in because we're solving the thing, right? We're slowly solving everything. And so angle S2 is just 180 minus 103 minus 65. It's 11.98. So you get 1 mark for each of these here. 1, 1, 1 for all of those. Okay. And here's the final. To get S1 squared, you got to do a whole bunch of cosine law, right? S1 is square root of I'm just going to make sure I get this right. 7.39 something something. So S1 is 2.72 millimeters. I would give, yeah, go ahead. I'll take care of that. That's 2 marks for S1. Getting that side is 2 marks. Okay. And for S2 squared, you would do a whole bunch of stuff. S2 is square root of 839. Yeah, as I said, 839. So S2 is 0.92 millimeters. I would give you 1 mark for that one because it's basically just copy the new angle in there and get that answer. Obviously, there's a lot of follow through if you make a mistake. So it will be a bit of a pain to mark, but you will not get zeros if the rest is consistent. Okay, so you don't always fear that and stop everything, right? Give me as much as you can, and then we go from there. So this is solving it. You boxed in everything. So what is it? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and another 2. So we are 10 in total with the justification. Make sure this doesn't take you longer than 10 minutes. Try to time yourself, do one of these, because I can almost guarantee you that on a test there'll be one of these in there. So it might not be as extensive, but whatever, something like this will be there. So make sure you know how to do that. So 10 and 8, right? 18. So we're gonna make this out of 18, name and last name, and pass it forward. What I want to do next is I want to give you some word problems. So we're only going to do the back side, not the front, okay? So I'll pick these up. Okay, so we're not going to do the front, go straight to the back side, okay? I'm going to check which one is going to be trickier. This one. The trickiest of all. By the time you're done with me, you've done 28 or 30 ACs. Maybe more. There's nothing you can't handle after this. I'm going to get you to keep this one. It doesn't mean you're going to just let off the gas. So I want you to work right until the end of this period. Flip right to the back. Extra. To the back. Don't worry about the front. The front, I don't even know how to do. Go to the back. There's 2 word problems. Can you do these 2 word problems until the end of class? That is my hope and my question. To at least get it done by the end of class, right? These 2 word problems here. Okay, so timer goes now, click, go. Right? You can use your study sheet. You could use your notes if you're really stuck. Right? I'm not gonna, but right now it's a test. Are you ready for that time crunch that you're gonna feel on Thursday? Just the back side, okay?